I welcome you all to this channel, Lex Concilium Foundation. And on that, we are in the playlist Going Strong. Now, as you are aware, this playlist is for persons who are above the age of 80, but they are still active. And being active doesn't merely mean physically, but also in contributing something for the community, humanity at large. Now, today I'm talking to Ajay Shandilya. He is based in Mumbai. We have known each other for many decades. I was talking to him in the morning and I asked him that, Ajay bhai, how would you like me to describe you to the viewers on this playlist Going Strong? Now, he felt that he should be described as a disciple of Jesus Christ who is singularly blessed with the gift of painting in various media. Now, I think that was something very sensible that he advised me, which he pointed out, because Ajay Bhai is active, blessed in very many things, but in this interview today, in conversation with him, I would primarily address Ajay Bhai as an artist, as a painter. Now, my first question to him is, since when have you been painting?
I have been painting from my school days. In college, it was very interesting that my friends used to come home and see me painting and they would tell me, this is very nice. So I was encouraged to put the paintings in the house. We had a big house. We were living in 6 Theatre Road. And it had a beautiful staircase going up to our floor. So I put the paintings around that and my father was very upset. He said, they're not good enough for this house. So I stopped then. Then later on, I got married and I came to Bombay. And I started painting once again because I was feeling very happy that I had found the love of my life. Around 1983, I told my wife that I was painting on canvas by oil paints. So some of the paintings came out very well and I was encouraged. So I told my wife that once I'm sure that these paintings are in large numbers, we'll have a show at Jahangir Art Gallery. And if it's a successful show, then I'll leave my job and start painting. So she said, she was very upset and she said, no, you will not do it. So I was very hurt. Then in 86, we moved from Worli Seaface to Borivali. And still I was not painting. I was very upset. I was wanted to be happy and I wanted something to hold on to. All my Hindu worship and everything didn't help me a bit. And I wanted to even contemplating suicide. But then I met a young man in 1991 in July in the train, and he led me to Christ in a prayer meeting. And I started reading the Bible because Jesus Christ was crucified, he died and he rose again on the third day. He's alive till today and he's going to come back to take us with him. So I became a disciple of Jesus Christ and I reading the Bible. One day, on the second or third day after transformation, the Lord spoke to me and said, and what is this happening? I said, I love you. So I was still wearing my mala and other things there in my back because I wanted to be happy and I had done something occultic things. So he said, what have you got in your bag, in your neck and everything? So I took it out and threw it in the sea. I was filled with a joy. Then I was sitting down and chanting my mantra. The Lord spoke to me, isn't this meaningless? I took my everything and threw it in a pond. This way I kept on answering the Lord. In 2006, I was taken to Ellel Ministries. And there in 2007, they ministered to me. Some people came down from England. They said, we'll minister to the people who have been ministering to people. The leaders, basically. So I was ministered and Lord released me of many things. But that was just the beginning. In 2009, I was sponsored to go to Ellel Ministries head office in Lancaster. And in that, Lord restored my whole being and I became the man God wanted me to be. And my painting was restored. I will be showing you paintings before 1983.
Now, Ajay bhai, before you show your paintings, I have a couple of questions. Now, when you were talking about 6 Theatre Road, I'd like to mention that this was in Kolkata.
Yes, sir.
Now, you mentioned that you were there in the bank house that was relating to the State Bank of India, where your father was a very senior bank official.
Yes, sir.
Now, I would like you to inform this painting and your love, your interest in painting and drawing. Now, was it you were studying drawing as a subject in school, or was it just a hobby?
Actually, there were many activities in school that I was interested in, and painting was one of them. And God used that painting to make me happy. It was a gift from God.
Wonderful.
There were many others like singing, dancing, especially Indian classical music. But I was weaned off them gradually, and painting became my main interest.
Okay. Now, I'm still at 6 Theatre Road. And when you mentioned that on the staircase, you displayed some of your paintings. Now, at that point of time, was there arts or a drawing teacher, somebody who was sort of guiding you, teaching you, or you were doing all this on your own?
I was self-taught.
You were self-taught. Wonderful.
I would be inspired to do something that was in my mind or in front of me.
Okay. And at this stage, your interest in paints, in colors. Now, were you sort of interested in were you liking very bright colors or something subdued? What was it that interested you more?
Basically, it was something, if it was music, a lady with a tanpura, there'll be lots of sound, symbols of sound which will be coming out of it. And the basically was that she was so engrossed that the music became painting itself. And I can't really describe it in words. But these things were like, I saw some beautiful flowers, so I'll draw them and paint them in watercolor and many more things like that. But that time the medium was mainly watercolor paints and paper.
Okay. And I'm still at 6th Theatre Road. Those days, your interest that you put on the canvas or on the drawing paper, was it geographical forms or was it nature, human forms, or some divine, godly images? What you used to paint most?
There were no geometrical forms. but basically human beings, flowers, or anything that the Lord put in my mind at that time. I was doing something which I wanted to do. It's very difficult. I don't have any paintings of that period. They were all distributed away.
Okay. Now, but nevertheless, that was a part of the journey that you undertook. And as I gather that they were not geographical patterns, but they were human forms and natural objects. And then from Calcutta, Theatre Road, you spoke about the days after you got married and Shuchi ji came in your life. And then you decided and you shared with her that you wanted to have an exhibition. Now, how much time must have elapsed from the earlier to this phase when you decided or you were keen to hold an exhibition? How many years?
12 years.
Around 12 years. Yeah. Now, please continue that after 1989 and your transformation, and then how was this exposure and your sort of association with colors and paints?
See, I was basically a painter who did it by inspiration, divine inspiration. I didn't realize it was a gift from God, but whatever I did, I saw something I liked and I painted it. So it went to canvas and oil paints. And also I was doing watercolors. Later on, I went on to oil pastels. So there'll be 3 paintings on oil pastels done before 1983.
Okay.
Then 1983, I stopped, and I stopped completely till 2009, a period of 26 years. And this was a period of Lord weaning me from worldly things towards Him. As I had explained earlier, He spoke to me and I obeyed Him. And this went on, and He started coming into my life because I obeyed Him. He started ministering to me in His own way. Real restoration took place when in 2009, I went to Lancaster, Ellel Grange for 9 weeks ministry. It was a school of healing and deliverance. And there I was there for 9 weeks. And before I went, Lord told me, buy a sketchbook, biggest sketchbook, and one of the biggest oil pastel box. So I took it. And as He spoke to me and said, He never said, do this, look out of your window and paint it. So I did that. Strokes were very fluid. Then He would take me to the ground, we'll sit down there. He'll say, bring your sketchbook and do this sunken garden, do this. So I went on doing this. And ultimately, my creativity was restored. And I came back very happy. I will show you some paintings of that restoration time. I never gave up, and I'm still painting from 2009 till today.
Okay. Here we come to the end of the first video, and in the next video I would request you to show your artworks, your paintings. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Bless you.